rolling.
You feeling okay? Rolling.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we can edit all that. Okay, this is the basics of how a camera works, whether it's a still camera or a movie camera. Okay, what you're dealing with here is, if you think about it like a human eyeball. Okay, the iris on the eye is like the aperture. Okay, it's a little thing that opens and closes. You see that? Depending on how much light in your eyeball, your brain determines how wide it needs to be, depending on how much light is coming at it. If there's a bunch of light coming, then it closes down really small. Okay, if there's a lot, if it needs more light, it gets big. Now, the retina is like the sensor or the film. Okay, so on a camera like this, there's no film, but it has a sensor in there. Okay, and so what you're doing is you're controlling the amount of light by the aperture and by the shutter speed and the sensitivity of the sensor. There's three things that you're controlling at all times with the camera when you're running it on manual mode. Okay, so it's good to know this, and you want to adjust those three things to get the best exposure. Okay, so the way that you access those three things, which are aperture, the size of the opening, and the retina, which is in this case the sensor, and the shutter speed, the way that you access those to manipulate them is you click this menu right here, and it'll say movie exposure. Right now it's in auto mode. Okay, now auto is actually good for shooting if you're like in a club or you're shooting and you're moving around a lot and it's changing a lot. I would use auto. Okay, because it'll just do all that for you automatically. Okay, if you're going to be shooting somebody that's just going to be in a scene and it's going to be in that scene for a long time, then you could set it manually, because you can get it really nice. You can actually look on the screen and go, maybe this is where the art comes in. You can start kind of adjusting it, because you might want it to be a little darker or a little lighter. When it's in auto mode, it's just giving you like what they determined as to be the best situation. So the way we change that is, you've got these little things down here. Show this over here. These arrows. This moves you through the menu items. So if I want to go to movie exposure, I can click set, and then manual. I'll move that down to manual. Now we're in manual mode. Okay. So, and also I've got these items up here on the top, kind of like a website. If you have menu items at the top, you can move through them. They're different parts of the camera, but all we're worrying about right now is those three things. They're like the most important things to know running a camera, whether it's still or movie. So I changed it to manual. And another way, right now this is in manual movie mode. If you look at the top here, Quinlan, there's a little camera. So this dial is set on the camera, so that's movie mode. Okay. Every other mode is going to be still shots. Like this M right here, that's manual. That means manual still. Okay. But we're doing movies for this tutorial. So putting it on movie, and then we've got this review here. We press menu, and I see that it's on manual. Awesome. Now, so now we want to actually have something come in, let some light in to shave our settings. Okay. So this is the shutter release right here. This button right here, shutter release. Okay. And what's cool about on these cameras is you can do a half click. Okay, so when I did this half click, it took it from the menu to showing what's coming into the camera. Okay, which is, so I just barely hold it down. If I press it all the way down, it's usually going to take the shot. Okay, but it's not going to start a movie. Okay, so the actual movie starting button is over here. Come over here and show them. This little red
filming.
Filming, right? Yes. To start a video, let's put it that way, it's really video. To start a video, we'll press this, and a little red dot's going to appear right here when it's going, and then when you press it again, it stops it, okay? But this guy right here will get you in and out of the different menus. So if I want to go back to that menu, I just click menu, I'm back there. Okay, you can also press menu again. I just did like I did right there, or press this, okay? Okay, so now to get to the settings, so right now it says card full. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is this little button right here. You're going to push that. Okay, wait a second. And then press this again. I wonder if it's doing that because the card's full. It's not giving me the manual settings. It's not going to the manual settings. Yeah, Okay, so when you have a full card, it's not going to bring you up your settings at the bottom.